This is the 10th and final video in a series of the Bible's truths based on relationships and identity. If you want to learn everything the Bible says about judging others, this video is for you. Make sure to subscribe for more truths of the Bible. Now, we will observe everything the Bible says about judging others. Matthew chapter 7, verse 2. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again. Matthew chapter 7, verse 3. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Matthew chapter 7, verse 4. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, Let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Matthew chapter 7, verse 5. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then that shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Luke chapter 6, verse 37. Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. John chapter 7, verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. John chapter 8, verse 7. He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. John chapter 8, verse 15. Ye judge after the flesh, I judge no man. Romans chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore thou art inexcusable, O man, whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 3. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of God? Romans chapter 14, verse 4. Who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. Romans chapter 14, verse 1. Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. Romans chapter 14, verse 10. But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set at naught thy brother? For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Christ. Romans chapter 14, verse 13. Let us not therefore judge one another any more, but judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall in his brother's way. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 5. Therefore, judge nothing before the time, until the Lord come. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But with me it is a very small thing that I should be judged of you, or of man's judgment. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 12. For what have I to do to judge them also that are without? Do not ye judge them that are within? 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness. Galatians chapter 6, verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he also reap. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness, with longsuffering, forbearing one another in love. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying. Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of a holy day. Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. Forbearing one another, and forgiving one another, if any man have a quarrel against any. James chapter 4, verse 11. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. James chapter 4, verse 12. There is one lawgiver, who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another? James chapter 5, verse 9. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 9. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Psalm chapter 75, verse 7. But God is the judge, he putteth down one, and setteth up another. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 21. Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. Psalms chapter 82, verse 3. Defend the poor and fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and needy. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 3. And shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Micah chapter 6, verse 8. What doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God? Luke chapter 12, verse 14. Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? Luke chapter 18, verse 9. He spake this parable unto certain which trusteth in themselves that they were righteous, and despised others. John chapter 5, verse 30. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just. Acts chapter 10, verse 34. God is no respecter of persons. Acts chapter 17, verse 31. He hath appointed a day, in the which he will judge the world in righteousness. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 30. The Lord shall judge his people. Titus chapter 3, verse 2. To speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, shewing all meekness unto all men. Follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. Thank you for listening. Now you know everything the Bible says about judging others. See you in the next video.